Okay, it looks like we're live. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Joy of Planting. We are going to hop in and get some work done on this tonight. I've been working through the back nine. I might hop around a little bit just to hit some of um, throw in some holes in kind of the, the parts I want to get right. Like, I had an idea for 16. I might plug away at that. I might do 18 just to get a little bit of this whole area sorted out. Plus, I want the last one to, I want the closer to be a good one. So we want to go ahead and get the ideas down earlier, I think. And that way, I know I'm gonna have to probably go back and redo a fair number of these because there's a lot of holes that are okay but not great, and they're just not jumping out at me. Like four is one I want. I like the spot that it's in. I like the general idea of the hole, but the actual nothing about the execution of it really jumps out at me. So there's a couple that we're gonna redo, and if 18 just ends up being one of those I get stuck on, we want to have as much time as possible to let better ideas uh, come to mind. Anyway, so we'll hop in and I'll throw in some music if the uh, thing loads. Okay. Well, that was loud. Okay, we'll turn it down slightly. All right. Anyway, let's do 16 here while I'm thinking of it. Let's see. I think I have all the things down I had marked out with uh, distance tools, so we'll go ahead and delete those. Again, still not sold on this one yet, but actually here, I like maybe widen that green a little bit. And we move this bunker over. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna delete this and redraw it. It's probably easier. Hey man, it's me. Oh, did the other Matt just start streaming? I checked and I didn't see anyone live. Let me go check quickly. He did go live. Oh, that's I feel bad. Oh well. Well, I apologies to Matt. I didn't mean to stream over him, but it's all good. I already went live. I'm not so worried about it that I need to stop streaming. But if you like following 2K21 on Twitch and you haven't heard of Maddie from Canada, then he's a great one to follow. Actually, here we can probably make it even wider there. it in, sharp and smooth, and I think we're good. Is this one... I think that's just a bunker issue. Also, we'll delete that. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Yeah, good to have you, Lucas. Alright, let's see. How big is this green? It's probably, what, 50 yards deep? 48, okay. I mean, but it's... And then probably about 25 to 30 wide, if I had to guess. 22. Okay, so it's actually a little narrower than I thought. Again, on the big side, but it's a very long par 3, so I'm okay with this. Got any name ideas for this one yet? Not really, honestly. I haven't really thought about it too hard. But yeah, I'll need to start brainstorming for it at some point. Or I'll probably do some Google Earth flybys, find some names of like courses, roads, features around the Flagstaff area, because that's where this one's based off of, set, whatever you want to call it. So is anyone following the Phoenix Open this week? Crazy day today. Spieth is back. Cannot put into words how exciting that is. I'll be the first to admit I've been just completely checked out on men's golf this year. Just the fact that there's nothing going on and I have nothing else to do. I felt like I would be way more invested than normal, and just absolutely nothing about this year has moved the needle for me. And to the point of I follow women's golf a lot, and I'm legitimately at the point where I care more about women's golf than men's golf. But you know, this is the most invested I've been in a sporting event in a long time. And I don't even really consider myself like a huge Spieth fan, but I mean, just watching him play today, and the idea of him being back was awesome. Actually, I might leave that part. I'll just edit this part. Dan, what's up? Welcome to the stream. So I had been mostly just following the Phoenix Open this weekend because there's just nothing else going on. And it's just like, okay, this is just something to put on in the background while I do other stuff. But I am 100% invested at this point. Okay, maybe I don't want the bunker to go all the way back there. Maybe we could show the scrambled beers, oh my. Yeah, that was different. Yeah, maybe I'll play that one if we do an after party stream or something. Alright, I made that lip go back a little far because of, you know, where I originally thought the bunker was going to go. So we'll bring that back up a little bit. Actually, that'll give us kind of an infinity green there a little bit. I kind of want to go raise... Let's raise the back edge of this a little bit. Really get the infinity green effect there. Also, I can raise that up just a little bit. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alright, that'll work for me. We'll do a raise just to kick that back edge up a little bit. Not a ton, just a little. We don't want it to, we don't want you to lose that back bunker in this front one. But we also want to flare that up just a little. And then we'll flatten the pan. Just a little bit of smoothing that back edge out. Just a touch. There we go. Alright. Ooh, sounds fun. I have not had any beverages this morning. Maybe I'll have to go pour myself a bourbon here. It feels like a celebratory evening. So, and I have nowhere to go tomorrow morning and nothing to do. That could be a plan. plus, I know Maddie from Canada is online. We could maybe pull him into this. Alright, this one will need a little tweaking, I think. I like the idea of this bunker. Just kind of, like the land, I almost need to just like flatten that out and redo the sculpting on that. It's just a little off. Whatever. Again, I don't need to get all the finer details sorted right now. Me tweaking this to get it to look right is something I can kind of do off stream as well. Alright. Grayson, how's it going? And Canyon, how's it going? Alright, let's see here. God, I just cannot get this one to look right, but that's fine. Again, we'll come back to that one. But again, having a layered bunker look to the left works for me. And then let's drop the front there a little bit. Yeah, we can have it drop off to the right a little. That works for me. Alright, something like that I think can work. All of these things sound wonderful. And dangerous to my health. Like that, and we'll just raise this back edge a little bit so that kind of presents from the tee a little bit. We don't want to overdo it because then you get a little bit of a bathtub look, but just flare the edges a bit is fine. Alright, there we go. I think I can sink that down a little and raise the back. Actually, or I can just bring that little flare in. And that would work visually as well. Yeah, so again, probably needs a little bit of work, but that's close. Good enough for me for now. Alright. Let's kind of get some ideas. What would the green here do? So I probably want to lower the front part of this green at the fairways as well. I like just kind of the smooth rolling, like, I don't need tiers in this one. Nothing too crazy, but a little bit of a false front. It's fine by me. I wanna move the orange slopes away from that, like, cause we can put a pin up there, that would work. And I can probably smooth that out a little. So there's, I guess it's a 3-tier green, but the tiers are rather subtle. Save that one. Can throw one in this corner. Then we can throw one up front. Actually, and then like a pin there is a potential option, but I think, and then back there is a fun one as well. Also, I'm like, we can raise these up so we get a little lake in the background as well. Doesn't hurt. Alright, let's see around there if that's good enough. Yep, no worries, man. Thanks for stopping in. It was great having you. Why's the controller not working? There it goes. Alright. This one's pretty close in my opinion. We'll just have to, also, how far is that back one is pin 4, I think? How long does this play for that back pin? Okay, so 250. That's a beast of a hole, but it's not so far that I think it's ridiculous. I'm okay with that. I mean, most of the par 3s on this course are gettable, and I have 5 of them, so I can have one that just punches you in the face. That's fine by me. Where it's just downright a par hole, and it's grinding something out. We'll do something like that for our trees and whatnot. I suppose something in the neighborhood of this as well. Oh yeah, I need cart path too, so we'll throw that around out there. Something like that. Alright, let's see. Works for me. I'll just smooth that out. Actually, I could probably move these tees over just a little bit if I wanted. Try something like this. Of course, and I can put the further up tees in. I can run them around here or something like that. We'll put in some pine straw here. And then just kind of fill that in there for now. Not sure what we'll do around there, but... Alright. And then we'll throw in a spline for these guys. Fill that in. Do the same for this guy. I think we'll go work on 18 after this one. And we can call that a stream. Figure I'll probably stream Monday night if I had to guess, like normal. So, I'll get a fair amount of work done on this this project this week. I too have heard of partying. Mostly just heard of it, though. Alright, we'll just do a quick, alright. Just trying to do a copy paste to something here. Alright, it's not, it doesn't quite work, but whatever. We'll move them around as need be, but we just wanted we want a quick copy paste. It's easier than doing it all from scratch. Oh, I honestly am like, oh, I'll just sprinkle some trees in here, forgetting that, oh, these are gonna cast shadows on the green. So I have to be very careful about how I do trees here. Alright, something like that should work. For now. We can tinker with it later, but you know, for now that'll work just fine. Can do a little bit more copy paste. Just pick up another selection of stuff. Spin it around. Just throw them on the corner. And done. I mean, you know, we're not done with the whole, but yeah, we got a general idea of what we're doing with this one at least. I like the idea of this one. Get a view of the lake, kind of an infinity green. Get to see 9 and 18. Alright, let's dive into 18 here. I can probably cut this corner more than I originally planned on doing. But not too much. Alright, so let's, probably a big drive would get you to about here. Leaving you 200 and change. Okay. Hence, I can probably go ahead and first we want to, this area sits a little low. Let's raise this up. And move this T back. Make it a little bit more of a borderline proposition to try and drive this one. Alright, so we probably want some trees here. we go. Although it does block your view of the green, which could be kind of a cool look on this hole. Not really sure yet. And I suppose, let's see, maybe 60 yards is probably a generous enough corridor for this hole. Meaning that we can then probably throw some trees up in here. Obviously, I think our bunkers need to guard the inside of the corner here, forcing you to kind of bail out and make your angle a little worse, and your approach longer. And where's our fairway going to start? Probably around here is fine. Maybe something like that can work. Alright, that works for me. We'll dip this in just a little. That'll work for me. And then we'll just, we'll throw those surfaces in. Why do I want it to run up against this cart path? Yeah, what the hell. Alright. Oh, I need to figure out the cart path for this one too. I was gonna run it around the outside. I'm like, oh, but I need to get to this bridge here, because that'll be our shared bridge there. Alright, so we have to rework the trees there. cart left, have the cart path run up that way. Out there somewhere. Okay. So we'll have it run in through here. Easy enough. Okay. When there's an insane amount of measuring tool marks, that's when you start paying attention. Yep. We're not serious about a hole design unless we've changed our mind in 3 different sketches of measuring tools. That's when the magic happens. Also, that's when you lay all the surfaces of a hole down in one go. Alright, there we go with that one. That one out there. Bring it back. I think we'll put some bunkers in there, so it'll flare out to make room for those. Flares back for your kind of layup area here. Close it back up. Alright. Oh, gotta change the path width back. Oh, I forgot to add the second, the rough, second cut, whatever. There we go. Okay, that's a start. Yep, perfectly in play. That one's pretty easily carryable with driver, which is fine. Let me pull this in just a little. Make a little more room for that bunker there. And then raise the back of this one. Go. Hey Scotty, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Or we'll do a lower for this section there. There you go. Alright, now to fix this bunker. I gave it more room for this section there. Alright. Actually, let's do a quick save. Haven't done that yet. Before I forget, always save. Whoops, overdid it just a little. Ended up being a little bigger than I wanted, but it's also kind of hidden enough that I can get away with it. Well, again, we'll see. Alright. Works for me. I feel like this particular project season, whatever you want to call it, is has just been really heavy on bunker sculpting. I don't know if I'm just like either I'm just not in the like I'm either just struggling with them and I'm not in the creative headspace to do it right the first time and I have to kind of struggle with it, or I'm just leaning on it way too hard as a crutch for this course. Not really sure yet which of the two it is. Ooh, nice. I saw you absolutely lit up last week. Did you? I haven't. I played my this week's career rounds this morning, and I haven't checked the leaderboard since then. Were you still on top when that event closed? You blitzed that course. We need to fix that front bunker. It's so close, but not quite there. That's okay. Well, or I just drop this land in front of it a lot, and that might frame them better. Yeah, it looks okay. Alright. Now what do we want for that left one? If you wanted to play them later together, you could hold off. I am fine with either. I have no strong preferences. If you're in the mood to go play them and just wanted to do it now, have at it. If you didn't care and you preferred to play it with company, I'd be happy to do that as well. Either is fine by me. Oh, absolutely. That sounds like fun. I think that was always on the menu for tonight. I don't think I need to. I don't need to do too long of a Joy of Planting stream tonight. I was in a good mood coming into this, so I figured, oh, this is a perfect time. I'll be really chatty. I'll have all sorts of things to say during the stream, and I've just been kind of on a little bit of a quiet roll with this one, which has been probably good for the outcome of the project, but less good for the content of creating the project. So I don't know if I have a 2-hour stream in me. Something on the hour 15, hour 20 range is probably good for tonight. No, no, maybe I'll be more chatty when I'm not multitasking. Yeah, I mean, admittedly, it's one of those where it's like Butter's Bay seemed like just prime for roasting, just due to the whole, like, I don't know, just the nature of the project just feels like it screams like this is gonna be absolutely terrible, and I won't say it's good, it's not good, but it's not bad, it's just kind of eh. Again, it's one of those where it's designed partly by Andre, who is a solid designer, but it's never one to your last message is being checked by mods? Well, I don't even know how that's possible. I don't have any kind of like chat filtering settings or anything on the stream. Here, sorry, let me go check see if Streamlabs. Apparently the term OP was oh wow. The word that it had issues with in that message was hopefully. Hey, this is Matt's chat after all. Hope is not allowed in here. Alright, let's grab a couple trees. Probably just a couple is fine. Gonna fit this way. Yeah, I'll have to move some of them, but that's fine. That would be great. But yeah, I am definitely I think Barstool is complete shit, and just that whole everything about that company is garbage. On just a personal level. Plus, I mean, and that is not to say I have anything personal against any of the like the podcasts or any of the day-to-day employees of Barstool, other than I think 4Play are morons. I mean, to be fair, the NLU guys play tons of rounds with professionals, and I mean they get plenty of access to plenty of pros. It's not like they're being shunned by the professional golf community at large. But the PGA Tour does seem very eager to get into bed with Barstool, and I think that's a massive mistake. Because it's like their brand is shit, and their audience is only marginally better. But yeah, like I've tried like I'll consume almost any golf, most golf content. Like, there's several golf podcasts I listen to. Um, so it's like I'll give most stuff a try. So I've tried to give foreplay a listen, and they just suck. I cannot stand listening to them. They're kind of morons, and they're also just generally uninteresting to listen to. I mean, but they also do plenty of stuff with pros on camera. Like, how many of like their Wild World of Golf stuff do they get plenty of pros for? Again, and it's what do you want to call it? And they cast a pretty wide net as well. You get uh, some more fringe names that I hadn't really heard of, but like were really cool to kind of see them on camera. I mean, they've had plenty of LPGA pros on camera. They've done stuff with like Danielle Kang on camera. Um, like I know they've had Zach Blair around. They've had Max Homa on. That sort of stuff. Exactly, Dan. Well, actually, I take that back. I love the chasing scratch guys, and they fall into the category of less knowledgeable about golf, but they're also just hilarious. Like part of them being like overly technical and like just getting lost in the weeds to their own detriment is the hilarity that makes that podcast work. But but that one's set up as we're idiots and we're trying to hit scratch as like working schmucks with families and we know nothing, and that's part of the charm. They don't, it's not like a variety sports podcast where they talk about professional sports like 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 foreplay is kind of supposed to be. They're, it's just, I don't know. Oh, Anders Lang is just, I liked his early stuff, and he's just become completely insufferable. So I can't, I haven't watched or listened to any of his stuff in ages, nor do I ever plan on going back. But anyways, I'm going off on tangents, and I don't remember what my original point was. Or it was like, oh, the fact that something about I think Barstool is garbage, and the what's his face, Frankie probably or doesn't really know anything about golf at large. I'm hoping that me getting lost in my train of thought as I do go like 3 tangents deep is a feature of the show and not a bug, but that's probably what it's just gonna be like. I'm gonna do that a lot. Um, but anyway, Butters Bay. It's just that you have Andre, and you can tell the good parts on that course were done by Andre because his fingerprints are all over them. Um, but even Andre's not really big on architecture or, he's a visuals guy, and so he has a basic grasp of how to make a playable golf course, but like they're never, to me, they're never really gonna wow me in terms of how they play. Some will play better than others, and he has golf courses that play fine, but they're never going to really play great. So you have that as your as your driving force, and then the rest of the creative decisions are made by someone who doesn't know shit about golf or golf architecture. Yeah, and Kenyon, that's part of the other reason that just really bugged me. It just screams like it's like, "Hey, I'm Frankie and I made this course." And I don't know if it's like intentional or not, but it's also like you didn't make shit. Andre made shit for you and you just told him what things you wanted in it for the most part. At least that was his first one, I think. I haven't watched any of the I don't know. It comes off as a little slimy cuz it's like all of I don't know. But also Andre willingly signs up for these, so I can't I can't exactly call these people out for quote unquote taking advantage of Andre when he seems perfectly willing to do so to get his name out there. You know, he is he's a big boy and he can make his own decisions as he sees fit. But anyway, so it's just it's just you look at all of the things like like all the background going on there to me just screams like this is gonna be hot garbage. There's so many warning signs just in terms of like who's involved and what the project looks like and yeah. So it's not bad, um but again it's like the hole designs on that course, there's just like 8 rip-offs of Augusta holes, and it just kind of screams, I don't know anything about golf architecture other than things I recognize from Augusta. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's exactly what I would expect. So it's not so bad that it's funny and you can just like tear it apart. It's just kind of it's okay. It's moderately passable but not good. And I'll think again, it's credit where credit is due. Um, for somebody who knows nothing about golf and is unfamiliar with the course designer and is just kind of getting into it, it's certainly not bad. However, it's just kind of I don't know how much of the things that are good about it was just Andre carrying him through the process, or how many of like decent the decent work on it is him. I would like to give him the benefit of the doubt, but just my limited experience with you know stuff he's done is just kind of the like I just can't see it. So hence it's just like, yeah, I think Andre really carried a lot of that. And even then it's really borderline passable. So it's just like you have this thing that is not atrocious but not good. And then it's just like hyped to all hell and they're just merching the shit out of it and it's just like this feels slimy and disgusting and I feel like I need to take a shower after reading things on it. It's just like, hey, we found another thing we can attach the Barstool marketing machine to. Okay, fine. The question, or the answer to that question is morons. Which is almost exclusively Barstool's audience, so of course they think that. Again, it's like most people are kind of unable to find good courses in this game or recognize good courses in this game, and it's just kind of it's just how it is. It requires a little bit of you have to be knowledgeable enough to really pick apart some of the finer details of stuff. So it's like, yeah, okay. It's the and until recently, I would fall in that category of being completely unable to discern, like what makes a good golf course and uh, really kind of analyze that and understand it. But like just getting really into course design in this game kind of opened my eyes to a lot of uh, architecture in general, and being able to like again understand why I liked certain things, and like, oh, so this is why that concept works, that sort of stuff. But again, why would it have been? It's and I don't mean to disparage Andre here, but it's just like that's the good one in that uh in that pairing. He's the one who knows what he's doing, and even then, like if Andre told me the thing he was working on is the best course in the game, I would be highly skeptical. And when you throw just complete ineptitude as the other partner, and it's just like, yeah, this is all bluster and no substance. Antifaldo is great. I in terms like I created a Twitter mostly just to kind of go like, oh, I mean, I should probably I don't even remember why I created one. But once I had one, I figured it's like, oh, I should at least just use it to just kind of post updates on stuff I'm working on, because some people like to use it to follow like works in progress and stuff. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's an outlet to occasionally post stuff. So it was more, I signed up for it and I used it as like, yeah, I can just post announcements in there. I don't plan on using it to follow stuff. But I 100% follow Antifaldo all the time. He's great. Oh, okay, don't get me wrong. Andre is 100% a solid designer, and like his tutorials are what got me off the ground. Like, I don't mean to disparage Andre or the stuff he's done in any way, shape, or form. Like, he has earned his stature in the community, and it's well earned, and it's legitimate. Um, but yeah, I'm also gonna, like I recognize, I can recognize Andre for the great community member and resource that he is, while also recognizing that in the grand scheme of like the TGC designer community, he's not at the top of the game. He's he's a fantastic designer. He's not the best designer, if that makes sense. So it's just kind of I don't know. And he falls in that Arctic Fury niche for me, where it's just he likes doing something very specific, and he's good at doing that specific thing. But that specific thing isn't always it's he'll always make a visually great course. In terms of how it plays, it'll usually be okay. But you know, it is what it is. Who's the best and why is it Ben? Yeah, it's like I don't think I have a designer I think is the best, but there is definitely a short list in terms of like I think Dan is definitely on my short list of he's almost kind of the opposite. He's good at visual stuff, but it isn't his forte, but just kicks ass in terms of just the playability aspect of stuff. So they're not always going to wow you to look at, but you'll like the more you play it, the more rewarding they are. Yeah, it's like an Andre course will wow you the first time you look at it, but I'm rarely going to want to go play it multiple times. Like it's not the golf doesn't kind of unfold for you as you play it again and again. It doesn't have that replay value. Oh yeah, it's RJ Wills. He's on my short list, but again, he has like one specific style that's very much his, and I haven't really seen him do anything outside of that kind of niche. So I think that to me that I don't know that holds me from just definitively declaring him the best designer. Although he's probably at the top of the short list. Like if you're not paying attention to RJ Wills' courses, you absolutely need to. Like everything he does is a must play. I mean, that's fair, but I think some designers are able to branch out and do more different things than others. Like to me, Ben is one of those guys that has more range um than others. Also, Maddie, since you're here, would you be interested in joining? Oh no, sorry, Maddie, um, you're on PS4, aren't you? I can't. I think I can't remember. I think I'm remembering that right. So you couldn't say join Dan and I for scrambled beers. Oh, that hurts so much. Oh, yes. I look forward to it. It'll be fun. Alright. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but I'm kind of starting to dig this hole a little bit. I don't know. I think part of me is I'm overdoing things, or I'm trying to get too cute with stuff because it's a World Cup course, and I want it to wow you when you play it. Versus, like, if this is just an ordinary course that I was just doing for fun on my own time, I think I would probably really like the way it plays, but it's Like, oh, it's good, solid, straightforward golf, but it's not. It doesn't blow me away. So I mean, I might be just overthinking it. Overthinking it is, kind of my thing. Oops. So I'm in that spot where I think these are good, but I'm not sold on it yet either. And I probably am just, I'm expecting more than I can deliver with this concept, if I had to guess. Yeah, and that's true. Like, my standards are very high in general, and my standards for myself are impossibly high, which, I know, it's kind of a fault of mine. Of nothing I do is ever going to be good enough. Oh man, I haven't done any Anders rants on this show. I might have to at some point if he keeps being a dumbass. Like, I don't want to argue with people on the forums because that's just an enormous waste of time, but he's just so outwardly stupid and in your face, and it just makes me angry, and I want to yell at him. Whatever. I don't. Yeah, my apologies. I don't want to turn this into, like, personal drama BS. You know. Rants are definitely going to happen on the show occasionally, and that's completely fine by me. But I don't want to just rant about people. That's something for off this show. More positive vibes on this one. Though after party, get a couple drinks in me, and I think that's absolutely fair game. I mean, I think the blind shots thread is the most, like, is the current one, but he just kind of does stuff like that everywhere. Where he just needs to just loud. I don't know. He just needs to loudly be wrong and argue with people and just kind of low key insult people who are smarter than he is. Definitely like the look of that tee shot. I either need to make it just a little bit longer, or I have no problem gossiping and whatnot. I just, like, I'm all down for just, some community nonsense, but I don't want to do it on this show that much. Like, I know, like, as much as I have no problem, like, talking about Jerry and stuff like that, but it's also one of those, just because of like, the first episode of season 2 is like half a Jerry rant. And I don't really want that for Joy of Planting episodes. I want to kind of keep that stuff to a minimum on those. Like, I don't want this show to be Matt's airing of grievances. It's we wanna keep it a little more inclusive and positive and more. It's just me working through projects and stuff and trying to learn new stuff as I go, share it with people. Kind I mean, it's not like a straight up tutorial, but want to play the honors course after this. Yeah, I could do that. Well, speaking of which, I think I'm kind of at that point where I think I'm about done with this episode. Plus, we're hitting about the normal time frame. The joy of Festivus. All right. So yeah. All right. I think we'll just go play through 16 and 18, kind of show off what we worked on here, and then we can wrap this episode up and dive into tonight's nonsense. There's our. Oh yeah, there will be nonsense. There will be plenty of nonsense. Yeah, this is a promising start for a closing hole, I think. It just definitely has the look. And gettable par 5 is, a little cliche, but always a good way to end a round. Again, we can make this green properly devious to at least make it not an auto birdie or auto eagle type hole. But yeah, I think we'll pause the music there and we'll wrap the episode up. For those of you following live in stream, we'll kick a new stream off immediately after this one ends. Keep it rolling. But for those of you watching the playback or watching on YouTube, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.